Hello, welcome to Kat Tries to Bake. Today we are going to be baking homemade Milano cookies, and today's episode is super exciting because I actually have a special guest joining me, my friend Eunice.
My name's Eunice. I am a second year at Temple Dental School, so I'm a dental student. But when I'm not at school or studying, I really like to bake. And my Instagram account that kind of combines those two hobbies of mine is called Sweet Tooth Eunice.
Yay! I was telling Eunice that in my childhood I rarely bought Milano cookies because I always thought they were really expensive for some reason. So now that I get to try making them at home, I'm very excited and I will have them all the time. Cool, so I guess we should get started then. So our first step is to preheat our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know if Eunice, you already did that, but I'm actually not gonna do that until later because my smoke alarm is really sensitive, and then if I turn it to 400, I have to turn on the fan and then that'll affect the audio, so I'll just do it later.
Yeah, I'll do it with you.
So right now we're gonna cut out 2 pieces of parchment paper and we're gonna use a ruler to draw 12 2.5-inch lines that are spaced about 3 inches apart. I'm gonna do that right now. I think Eunice did it, or...
I did it, but I don't know if it's my parchment paper or my math, but I only got 10.
Okay. Do you have 2? Like...
I have okay, I'll show you. It's like, I have 2 sheets like this, and I was able to fit 5 on the top and on the bottom, so... Wait, no, that's 20.
What is math? Well, okay, I'll just take out mine to start with. Okay, so we said 12 2.5-inch ones. So I drew 18 lines on this one sheet of parchment paper. I think I'm gonna see how much cookie dough I have, and then if I need to draw more, I will, but I'll just leave it like this for now because this is a pretty big sheet. Then we are supposed to place the written sides down, so we're gonna flip it. Okay.
Good.
You're using your stand mixer, right?
Yeah, I have a weird stand mixer. I don't know if you've heard of this company. It's called the Bosch mixer.
Oh, no.
I'll show you. It looks intense.
Ooh.
I heard about it from this one influencer that I follow on Instagram. It's really open, you know? So you can dump your ingredients in without feeling like you don't have a lot of space, which I felt like the KitchenAid was a little cramped.
Yeah, yeah.
But this one gets really loud. Just letting you know.
All right, so paddle attachment, yes?
Yes, mine's in here.
So 3 sticks of butter, yes?
Yes.
Nice and soft. So there's my powdered sugar, white sugar. And we're mixing it on medium, yes?
Yes. It's about to get loud in here.
What'd you say?
It's about to get loud.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, ready? Hear how loud this thing gets. Isn't that crazy?
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's powerful and it's a lot. Wait, did you put your sugar? Oh, you put your sugar in. Okay.
I just got it all over myself. Kat Tries to Bake. We're gonna start on slow first. I'm gonna get the cover. That's fine. I'm gonna put an apron on. I'm wearing an apron now. Okay, so I just beat it for maybe 2 minutes and it looks pretty nice. I think I'll mix it a little bit longer. How does yours look, Eunice?
Looks pretty creamy. Maybe a few longer too.
Yeah, let's do that. Butter and sugar. Name a better duo. Now we are going to mix in our 1 cup of egg whites and our vanilla. So Eunice and I were talking about this. We've never bought just egg whites and this is sort of strange to me. Even though I know people eat egg white omelets. I don't know why, but seeing just egg yolks makes me think ugh, bird.
I know, and it's weird that it's just a bowl of egg whites.
Yeah.
And then 1 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Do you measure your vanilla?
I do measure my vanilla, but I always add at least half more.
I'll do that too.
We're mixing again. It's so wet and gloopy.
Is yours looking chunky too?
Sort of. It just looks like it's really not combining. It's sloshing around. Mine's definitely looking clumpy.
Yeah, wait. Let me show you. I'm gonna bring you over. Is yours more combined than this?
It just looks like the butter and sugar are still like its own thing, and then the liquids are its other own thing. Maybe we'll just keep going. I think maybe the flour will help combine it more. I'm gonna mix it for like maybe another 30 seconds or a minute.
Should I try different paddles?
Like, what else would you use?
Like a whisk maybe? Cause it's like eggs. I don't know. That's
true, but you also don't want to make like a meringue.
Yeah.
Nah, we'll try it. It hasn't combined that much better, so...
I tried with a whisk and it looks not as like liquid versus solid.
I'm wondering maybe we can make this an experiment where I'm using the paddle and you're using the whisk.
Yeah, let's do that.
Next, we are going to be adding 2 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour. I don't know if we've talked about this, but there is a guy on Great British Baking Show who was like, I've never sifted anything in my life.
I've never sifted until I started watching Baking Show.
Ah. Here we go. It's so
fast! Baking's a lot of like arm work.
Yeah.
Like all the whipping and the...
And I don't like really exercise, so this is definitely like my exercise. You get to undo all of the exercise with what you made. Have you been exercising since the new year, Eunice?
I should not be... Well, I should be exercising more. Kind of hard with school. I did get a Peloton, so that's been like really good because I feel like I need the like instructor to tell me what to do.
I need to get the cover for this again because it's definitely gonna go all over the place. So mine looks pretty smooth and like pretty much completely combined right now. It looks so nice. How does yours look?
It looks like really fluffy, really smooth, really white.
Now we are going to transfer our batter into a large piping bag with a 1/2 inch round tip. And then after we finish filling up our piping bag, we're gonna go back onto those lined sheets of parchment paper and we're gonna pipe directly onto the paper. I'm using this large piping bag for the first time that my brother-in-law gave me. I just have never needed to make anything in such large quantity before, so this is my first time, and I think you're supposed to put that thing in, and then put this thing into this thing, and then screw that on. Please tell me if I'm wrong, if you're watching this and you're like, wow, I don't think she knows how to bake. So I'm gonna put it in my #1 dad mug. That's me, #1 dad. And this is even like a little too big for this mug actually, so I think I'll just like open it. Oh, is this gonna work? Oh yes.
This is a lot of batter. I feel like we're gonna have to draw more lines.
I don't know if I can even fit all of it in my piping bag.
Ooh, that's full.
Was that your like swinging it around to get the air bubbles out?
No, I was trying to bring it down without like squishing it.
That's funny. All right, Eunice, you're going first, so let me know how it goes.
Am I going straight? Okay, no, I should go at an angle. Whoa, okay, this looks like a little like log. I don't know. It's kind of thick.
Do you feel like it doesn't look wide enough?
Maybe. Cause like Milano cookies are pretty like
wide. Mine's definitely 1/2 inch, like I measured it. I have some more batter left in here, but this is really full already, so I'll just use this first. How's it going? I'm about to start.
It's like really thick. And I'm trying to pipe evenly, but I feel like I've got some like sausage linky looking.
Yeah, mine's also looking sausagey.
Mine's got like a point at the end.
Yes, mine too! Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do another sheet. I'm gonna set this aside and do another one right now.
So I got a 3rd baking sheet out. Don't feel like measuring, so I'm just gonna wing it.
Ooh!
Might be a disaster, but we'll see.
I just finished drawing pencil marks on my 2nd sheet of parchment paper, and now I'm going to pipe. I still have a whole bunch more batter left, so I guess I'll just line my 3rd. This is all the brain power I have today. I am preheating my oven right now to 400 degrees. I'm gonna shout a little bit because the fan is on, so that's why I'm shouting. We are putting it in the oven for 10 minutes. So since we have Eunice here as our special guest, I thought it might be nice to do some fun like Q&A stuff, get to know me, get to know Eunice kind of thing on this video. Since we're waiting anyway, and honestly I feel like me and Eunice have really only spent time with each other with our husbands. So I think it'd just be nice to do like girl stuff and just like ask each other questions right now. So we had a bunch of people just submit questions over on Instagram. Those of you who submitted questions, thank you. And I guess we'll do it. This will be fun. Our first question right off the bat is a controversial one, so great. The question says, thoughts on the vaccine, to get or not to get?
I did already get the vaccine, so I'm fully vaccinated. Got my 2 shots, got it 2 weeks ago, so that's my thought.
I feel like we should have warmed up with like some fun questions first. I'll answer this and then we can do the fun ones. My thoughts on the vaccine. Ooh. My oven's done preheating. Hold that thought, I'm gonna put this in first. Ah! Now that I've put that in, I guess I'll answer the question. I am hoping to get the vaccine, so I guess that sums up my thoughts on it. Eunice, what was the first thing you ever baked, and why did you choose that thing?
I can't remember like the first thing that I ever baked, because like I think like around middle school I liked that kind of stuff, though I was like never really good at it and I just did it for fun. I can't remember what like the first thing I baked then was, but over quarantine, it kind of like really picked up like my interest in baking. And I think the first thing that I baked was probably chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, and Eunice's chocolate chip cookies are to die for. They're next level. I think the first thing I ever baked was an apple pie, and the reason why I chose a pie specifically is because I love Waitress, the musical, and like Jenna bakes a million different kinds of pies, and I really wanted to be like Jenna, so...
What's your favorite thing about dentistry? And I guess, Kat, for you, we can talk about music or something. Yeah, you're gonna go first. What's your favorite thing about music?
I feel like everything I say is gonna sound super cheesy, but yeah, I think music definitely is a universal language, which is something people say so often, but it really is something that can connect so many different kinds of people, and I think that's really amazing. I just also feel like music can make you feel things that you can't even put into words. And for me as a music teacher, I really love watching how music helps some of my students really come out of their shells. Some of them maybe, you know, are not as good at other subjects, but they really love music, and I just love supporting them and watching them grow. So I think that's my favorite thing about music, and also like being a music teacher.
It's because like you're using like
low battery,
bio, and like all these different things. Beauty, it's health, it's science, it's like art, it's like using your hands, it's like a bunch of things, and I find it really great.
Nice. Just in case my video stops at any point abruptly, it's because my battery's dying. Alexa, stop timer. I'm gonna take these bad boys out. Wow, okay, they're like a very nice golden brown. The top is definitely the right color, but I'm gonna see what it looks like when it's flipped over. Oh, okay, that's actually pretty nice. It's a nice golden brown. I like it. I'm gonna start putting in my other tray since I know from my first tray that it's actually coming out pretty well. So this question is specifically for Eunice. It says, what do you plan to do after celebrating exams? Maybe a dental cake?
I don't know what a dental cake is, but yeah, I'd probably be baking. Kat, what's your favorite thing that you've baked so far?
Oh man. I've gotten really, really good at cheesecake just because I've baked it so many times. David is nodding. I've also baked apple pie a million times, and my friend Sebastian gave me what I think is one of the nicest compliments I'll ever get. He said that after he took a bite, he said it was like a warm hug in your mouth. I am having some technical difficulties, which is why I'm filming on my iPad. I have 2 batteries for my camera and both of them died. So while we're waiting for those to charge, I'm just gonna be using my iPad, and it's just gonna be a little more informal and casual today. I just finished baking my second batch. They look good. Okay, after some technical difficulties, we are back. I wish I could show you my setup but it's so intricate and complicated. I will just describe it to you though. We have my iPad on an angle with some foot masks like holding it up and like tape so that it's straight. Then it's on top of the lid of my cake stand. Then it's on top of a box, then it's on top of a stool. My husband helped me set all that up. He is the real MVP. So if the quality of these shots are different from before because I was using my camera, too bad. Eunice, how are we looking?
So I have some that look like Milano-y shaped. This one's pretty decent, you know?
Yeah.
But then I got some funky looking ones. So they're like teardrop Milanos.
Huh?
I don't know.
I'm definitely gonna make like over 50 halves. So Eunice, I believe one of the other questions was, what is your favorite Harry Potter movie?
I'm glad you said movie and not books because I've actually never read the Harry Potter books.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I am not a true fan then.
No, it's fine. I hate when people try to shame you, like, for that reason.
You're not real!
No! Stop gatekeeping.
I really liked, or I guess like the most memorable Harry Potter movie for me, cause like it started when I was like in first grade or something like that. I was really young, and so I never quite understood it. I just kind of went to go watch it in the theaters. The most memorable one and my like favorite one is probably the fourth one.
No, that's a good choice. I really like that one. I like that Robert Pattinson is in it.
Oh yeah, that was so sad.
So I became a Harry Potter fan late in the game. Like I have to check on my oven. As I was saying, I became a Harry Potter fan kind of late. Like, I was like binge reading the books right before the last movie came out. And so by the time the last movie came out, I was like this huge Harry Potter fan, and I went to like the midnight showing at my local theater. Yeah, 2 is good. Deathly Hallows. I think like the very, very last movie is really good.
I love like Hogwarts, that like Christmassy vibe that they have there. It's so magical. It's so good.
I would love to do a Hogwarts themed like Hogsmeade Christmas party.
Wait, do you know what house you are?
Yes, and it's changed over the years, but I'm Slytherin now.
Slytherin! I mean, I act like I know what that means, but like...
I don't know what that means. You're like, it means you're mean. And you're sneaky.
I got Ravenclaw.
I think growing up I wanted to be in Ravenclaw, but now I'm glad I'm Slytherin because my husband is also Slytherin. A question that I got was, what sweetness level do you take your bubble tea?
I get the same thing all the time, and that's medium black milk tea with less bubbles and less sugar.
Do you do less ice?
No, I love ice. I feel like my bubble to tea ratio has to be like 1 to 2 bubbles per sip. But like when like they put in the normal amount, I get like 5.
Something that some people know about me, but people tend to forget a lot, is that I actually don't drink tea. I don't like the taste of it, and everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I just don't like it. I do love coffee though. So whenever I get bubble tea, it's not real tea. It's either like fruit slushy things, or there's a Mr. Wish by us, which I really love, and I always get their red bean sago coconut milk, and then I add bubbles to it. And so to answer the question, I always do 100% sweetness, but I actually do less ice because I don't want my bubble tea to get diluted. I really just want to eat these, but we have to make the ganache.
Oh my gosh, I've never made ganache before.
Me neither.
So this will be fun.
Eunice and I are both completely done piping, and we're gonna move on to making our ganache. Ganache? Anyway, we're gonna be making that while we're putting our sheets in and out of the oven. For that, we're going to use chopped bittersweet chocolate. I don't know if Eunice has it chopped yet, but I still need to chop mine.
I have not chopped it. I have semi-sweet chocolate.
Okay, I'm sure that's fine. I just got like dark chocolate. Eunice is using chocolate chips. I'm using Hershey's special dark chocolate. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping my chocolate. I don't know how to chop it though, like
use your hand for like leverage and kind of just like smack it, yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I'm chopping it diagonally when it's already in bricks. For our next step, we are going to heat our heavy cream in a saucepan and allow it to simmer but not boil. So I'm actually gonna have to go over there to do that, and I'll probably just have my husband film me doing that. So I have 1 cup of heavy cream and I'm gonna put it into the saucepan and let it simmer. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our chocolate, put it in a bowl, and pour our hot heavy cream over it and stir.
I didn't think it would combine, but it's like going. It's like getting there.
Ooh, chocolate and heavy cream, also name it a better duo.
There are just some classics that you can't beat, you know?
Whoa, it's really coming together.
Right? There's a moment where it's just like, bam.
Oh, it's so glossy and pretty. I have just finished stirring. I think Eunice is wrapping up too, and we're supposed to let it cool now until it's thick and we can spread it onto our cookies. Woohoo! Oh yeah, these are all of my cookies. Eunice and I are gonna start pairing them up now according to shape and size. A lot of ones on my last sheet are wonky looking, so I don't know. We'll just try our best.
Oh, I have a question for you. We're almost hitting 1 year of this whole
ordeal.
Yes. What was the most like quarantine thing you did, like project-wise? Because you know how people, like, there was that Targona coffee phase, there was bread phase, there was like, I don't even know how many there were.
Oh, that's a great question. I wonder if this, like me doing my YouTube channel, counts, because we are technically still in quarantine, but there's enough COVID fatigue to make me feel like, I don't know, like I would have done this at some point anyway, so maybe that. What about you? Maybe you can give me some ideas.
I feel like all those like TikTok things were definitely quarantine vibes.
I don't know if my ganache is like really thickening though.
It's like drippy.
Yeah, it is drippy, but I don't know how we would make it thicker unless we wanted to like add more chocolate, but I don't want the chocolate to heat and like seize. In the meantime, maybe I'll try spreading the chocolate and then I'll let you know how it goes. I don't really know what to use for this, so I'm just gonna use this knife. I will do it on my smallest pair first.
Okay, how about at the end?
So I've just made my first sandwich. Fingers crossed. It's good. The chocolate though is still a little too thin, so I don't taste too much of it. I don't know, maybe with time the chocolate will thicken up a little bit more and then I'll spread it and then we'll taste more chocolate. But the cookie itself is good. The chocolate by itself from what I've tasted is good. I want it to be like a better marriage. Eunice and I are both struggling to have our chocolate thicken up, so we're gonna pop it in the fridge for like 5 minutes and then take it out and check to see if it thickens.
5 minutes later.
Not any better.
Not any better is right. I wonder if we spread a layer and then kind of wait for it to dry and then spread another coat. Do you think that makes sense?
I think I know what you're trying to get at, yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna start trying to sandwich my first few. So I completely forgot to say this earlier, but we got this recipe from Baked Ambrosia, so thank you very much for posting the recipe. Okay, you wanna try one together? Cheers!
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my god.
Oh my god! It's really crazy. These cookies actually really taste like the Milano cookies. What do you think, Eunice?
I think it's spot on.
I do wish the chocolate was thicker. It is what it is at this point. Do you have any other like comments you want to make about the cookies or the recipe?
I think overall it's really good. It's a pretty good similarity to the actual Milano cookies. I think the ganache, perhaps either like less heavy cream or more chocolate to kind of like make it thicker. But yeah, overall, pretty solid.
I am on the same boat. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, Eunice, for being here, and we'll see you next time on Catch Rise to Bake.
Bye.
Yay!